Well, Fozzie, you've seen it all, done it all in Derby County colours through the years. So give us your assessment of these first couple of weeks of the season.
I think probably disappointed, to be honest. I think we feel as though we should have more points on the board, but I think there's promising signs. But obviously, it's a big change, turnover of players, so that ultimately takes time as well. But yeah, the overriding factor is disappointing.
You mentioned there the number of new faces. Some arrived pretty late in the window as well. How is everyone starting to gel together?
Yeah, I think good. I think that the ones that have came in, there's sort of known previous people before from coming in, so everybody's settled in well, and now it's time to get our heads down and kick on.
What are the challenges when you have such a turnover of players?
I think on the pitch, it's building those relationships between each other, playing with each other, and that you only get better relationships from time and exposure to playing games and training with each other, and that's the main thing is time, and it's just getting everybody settled into the new way of their new way of training, the environment, the surroundings, everything. So it can take time.
One new face in particular I wanted to ask about was Max Johnston. You've had the Scottish fullback role nailed down for a few years now. How are you getting on with the pretender to the throne in there?
Now Max has settled in well. I think there's obviously coming from Austria, him and Bobby have got a little bit in common as well. So yeah, he's settled in well, and I think he's started well.
Back to things on the pitch. How frustrating was last weekend, and in particular to still be waiting for that first home win, because it's one of those milestones of the season, I suppose?
Yeah, it was very disappointing. I think coming off the back of West Brom, getting a good result, we wanted to come back home and get that started as well, but disappointing not to pick up any points, and I think there's sort of certainly lots to improve on.
There isn't much that you haven't done in a Derby shirt, but facing Wrexham is one of them. How much have you followed their story, quite a story, over the last few years?
Yeah, obviously the publicity that it's had, you kind of dip in and out and read bits, and obviously there's players that I've played with here and have gone there, so you kind of follow it through their story as well. So yeah, it's obviously an amazing story the way it's happened, and they're obviously looking to take the next step, and we've got to come up against them on Saturday, and we want to come back with the points.
I think the racecourse will be a new venue for you as well. Supporters always get excited at the chance to tick somewhere else off on the list. Is there any novelty for you from a playing side of going anywhere new?
Not really, no. I mean, at this stage it's a bit surprising to find a new one, but no, not particularly. It's kind of you rock up and you just get on with your job. So no, there'll be not too much excitement from my part.
You won last time out on the road at West Brom, pointed Ipswich in the game before that. Is there a confidence about this group away from home at the moment?
I don't think so. I think it's just probably the way that we've been set up, and the games that the way they've taken. We've turned up in those games more, and as I said about the disappointment about Saturday, we didn't really show up first half, and that's what's disappointment. So we need to make sure that we show up again on Saturday.
And just finally, I usually ask about your climb up the all-time appearances ladder, but something slightly different this time. You've been included in the club's Walk of Fame, which was installed over the summer. What was your reaction to being included in that?
A bit of shock, to be honest. Initially shocked, sort of read the letter from Claire, the secretary, gave me, and it was shocked, to be honest. And then finding out who else was included in that was sort of brought it even more to light how shocked I was really to be included in that list. So massively privileged to be included in that, and can only thank the club and the fans for that.
Have you had a chance to go and see your board at the stadium?
Yeah, I went down with the kids one night, went down, and they were looking for it and climbing over everything. But yeah, it was good to show them that, and a lovely touch.
Do the kids get it? Are they old enough now to understand what Daddy does and the impact he's had?
I think they obviously understand what I do, and my eldest Luna, she's been around it since she was born. Obviously Kit's the same as well, but she's grown up around here. She comes in the training ground and she thinks it's our house, you know what I mean? She just wanders around, and I have to remind her that it's not a play park, it's Daddy's work and there's people here to do work. So the kids enjoy it, the kids love coming to the games as well, so I think for them it's a nice thing for them to be able to go and look at as well.